Is that daily can of soda really worth it? Especially after 60? You might tell yourself it's just one drink, a little sparkle, a little caffeine, maybe a comforting routine. But what if that small habit is quietly working against your health? Behind the bubbles and sweetness lies something more serious. A single can of soda often hides over 36 grams of sugar. That's more than many adults should consume in an entire day. And for older adults, this matters even more. As we age, our bodies process sugar less efficiently, our hydration needs become more sensitive, and regular soda drinking has been linked to weight gain, inflammation, higher blood sugar, and increased risk of heart disease. In fact, sugary beverages are now the #1 source of added sugars in the American diet. And while many of us reach for them to feel more energized or refreshed, the long-term effects are often the opposite. Fatigue, mood swings, blood pressure spikes, and a greater burden on the heart, kidneys, and brain. But here's the good news. You don't have to quit soda overnight, and you don't have to give up taste or enjoyment. There are smarter ways to hydrate, with drinks that are not only satisfying, but support your body, especially in your 60s and beyond. In this video, we're going to explore 10 of the best soda alternatives for seniors. These are drinks that are easy to find, naturally refreshing, and backed by nutrition experts. They'll help you cut the sugar, stay hydrated, and feel better one sip at a time. If you're ready to make just one small change this week for your health, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. And let us know in the comments, what's your go-to drink when you're craving something fizzy or flavorful? And if you find these tips helpful, don't forget to subscribe. We share practical, senior-friendly health advice every single week. No hype, just clarity. Now, let's dive into the first drink that could replace your next soda craving: infused water. 1. Infused water. Let's start with one of the easiest and most effective soda swaps out there: infused water. Now, if you're someone who finds plain water, well, plain, you're not alone. Many older adults struggle to drink enough water simply because it doesn't taste like much. But here's a little trick that can completely change that experience. Infused water is just regular water with natural flavor added. No sugar, no chemicals, no calories, just a handful of fresh ingredients like cucumber slices, lemon wedges, a sprig of mint, or a few berries can turn that glass of water into something you actually look forward to sipping. And here's why that matters, especially after 60. As we age, our sense of thirst naturally becomes less reliable. We don't always feel thirsty, even when our bodies truly need hydration. That makes it easier to become mildly dehydrated without even realizing it. Dehydration in older adults can show up in subtle ways, like fatigue, dry mouth, headaches, even confusion or dizziness. So staying hydrated is not just about comfort. It's about protecting your energy, your balance, and your mental clarity. Now contrast that with soda. A can of soda may feel refreshing in the moment, but it actually works against hydration. The high sugar content pulls water from your tissues, and if caffeine is involved, it may have a mild diuretic effect. That means you're losing fluids faster than you're replacing them. Infused water, on the other hand, does the opposite. It helps you retain hydration, flush toxins, support your digestion, and keep your skin and joints healthier too. But there's one common mistake people make when switching to flavored waters. They buy the bottled versions at the store without checking the label. Some so-called vitamin waters or flavored waters are loaded with hidden sugars or artificial sweeteners. And that defeats the whole purpose. So the best option? Make it yourself. It's fast, affordable, and you can tailor it to your taste. Here's a simple way to try it today. Grab a pitcher of cold water, add a few slices of fresh lemon and cucumber, toss in a handful of mint leaves if you have them. Let it sit in the fridge for a few hours, and that's it. Prefer something a little sweeter? Try sliced strawberries and basil, or orange slices with fresh ginger. You can even freeze chopped fruit in an ice cube tray and add the cubes to your water for a refreshing pop of flavor anytime. Not only does this make water more enjoyable to drink, it also encourages you to sip throughout the day. And the more hydrated you are, the more energy, clarity, and stability you'll likely feel. So if soda has been your go-to, start by replacing just one can with a tall glass of infused water. It may seem small, but it's one of the most powerful changes you can make because it supports your body with every single sip. Ready for another delicious swap? Let's talk about green tea next. 2. Green or black tea. Now let's talk about one of the most underrated drinks you can swap in for soda, green or black tea. Whether you enjoy it hot or cold, tea offers something that soda never will: real health benefits. Let's start with the science. Both green and black tea come from the same plant, Camellia sinensis. The difference lies in how the leaves are processed, but both types are packed with natural compounds called polyphenols. These are powerful antioxidants that help reduce inflammation, support healthy cells, and may even lower your risk of heart disease and certain chronic conditions. And for older adults, that's a big deal. Inflammation plays a quiet but significant role in many age-related health issues, like joint pain, memory loss, and blood vessel damage. Drinking tea regularly, even just 1 to 2 cups a day, can gently support your body's defense against this kind of silent wear and tear. Tea also helps with hydration. It might not seem obvious, but even caffeinated tea counts toward your daily fluid intake. And if you're sensitive to caffeine, there are plenty of decaf options that still provide those same antioxidants. Some studies also suggest that green tea, in particular, may assist with weight control, not in a flashy, gimmicky way, but by helping slightly boost metabolism and encouraging fat burning, especially when paired with a balanced diet and gentle movement. Now, before you rush to grab a bottle of tea from the store, there's one important caution. Many bottled teas, especially the ones labeled as iced tea or green tea beverages, are loaded with added sugars. In fact, some contain nearly as much sugar as a can of soda. And if you're trying to manage your blood sugar, weight, or inflammation, that added sugar can cancel out all the benefits you're looking for. So the best option? Brew your own at home. It's simple and cost-effective. You can steep a few green tea bags in hot water, let it cool, and store it in the fridge for a refreshing iced tea. Add a slice of lemon or a sprig of mint if you like a little flavor. Black tea works just as well, and if you prefer a stronger taste, it might be the better fit. If you enjoy your drinks warm, a cozy cup of hot tea in the afternoon can be a lovely ritual that replaces the habit of reaching for a soda or sugary drink. And unlike soda, which can spike your blood sugar and leave you feeling sluggish later, tea gives your body something more nourishing. It hydrates, it protects, and over time, it supports the kind of aging we all hope for. Sharp, calm, and balanced. So next time you're tempted by something sweet and bubbly, ask yourself, would a cool glass of tea satisfy just as well? Chances are, it just might. Coming up next, we'll look at a bubbly option that's a lot closer to soda in feel, but far better for your health: sparkling water. 3. Plain, sparkling water. Now, let's say it's not just the sweetness of soda you crave, it's the fizz. That crisp, bubbly feeling on your tongue. That satisfying sound when you crack open a cold can. If that sounds familiar, you're going to love this next alternative. Plain, sparkling water. Sparkling water gives you all the effervescence of soda, without any of the sugar, artificial dyes, or added calories. It hydrates just like regular water, but with a little sparkle that makes it feel special. And for many older adults, that fizz isn't just enjoyable, it's helpful. Some studies suggest that carbonated water can promote a feeling of fullness, which can be useful if you're trying to manage your weight or avoid overeating. The bubbles may also help support gentle digestion, especially if you drink it with meals or after eating. It's a simple switch, but one that can make it easier to say no to soda, especially if part of what you miss is the texture, not the flavor. Just make sure you are grabbing the right can. Not all fizzy waters are created equal. You want plain, sparkling water, seltzer or club soda with no added sugar or sweeteners. These are typically just carbonated water, nothing more, nothing less. The one to avoid, tonic water. Even though it looks similar, tonic water usually contains added sugar and quinine, which gives it a bitter taste. A 12-ounce can of tonic water can have over 30 grams of sugar, nearly as much as a soda. So double-check the label. The fewer ingredients, the better. If you want to make your sparkling water a little more exciting, try adding a splash of lemon juice, a few berries, or even a slice of cucumber. You'll still keep it healthy and hydrating, but with a bit of personality. It's fizzy, it's refreshing, and it's a smart, satisfying swap that still gives you that little moment of joy every time you open the can. And the best part? You can drink it throughout the day, guilt-free. Let's take a quick pause before we move on. If you've already spotted your favorite drink in this list, let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear what's working for you. And if nothing has caught your eye yet, don't worry, because drink number 6 is a crowd favorite, and it just might surprise you. Next up, let's explore a hybrid option, a drink that gives you a hint of sweetness, but still keeps the sugar in check. 4. Seltzer with juice. Now, what if you want a little more than fizz, but still don't want to go back to soda? There's a simple, customizable solution that gives you both flavor and sparkle without all the sugar. Seltzer with a splash of juice. Think of it as a middle ground between plain sparkling water and soda. You still get the bubbles, but this time you add just a touch of natural fruit flavor, without loading your drink with added sweeteners or calories. This is one of the easiest upgrades you can make at home. Just pour a glass of plain seltzer and add a small splash, maybe an ounce or two, of 100% juice. That's it. No mixers, no syrups, no chemicals. You can tailor the flavor to whatever you enjoy. Want something tart and bright? Try cranberry. Prefer something smoother and a little sweeter? Add orange or pomegranate. Even a dash of cherry or pineapple juice can make it feel like a treat. And because you control how much juice goes in, you get to decide how light or flavorful the drink feels. Most people find that even just a tablespoon of juice is enough to wake up the whole glass. Now here's an important note. Portion size matters. It's easy to think, well, juice is healthy, and pour half the glass, but even natural fruit juice is high in natural sugars. An 8-ounce glass of orange juice, for example, has about 21 grams of sugar. That's better than soda, but still a lot for one drink, especially if you're watching your blood sugar or trying to lose weight. So when we say a splash, we mean it. Think of juice as a flavor enhancer, not the main ingredient. This option works especially well if you're trying to ease off soda gradually. That little bit of sweetness can trick your brain into feeling satisfied without sending your blood sugar on a roller coaster. It's also a great drink to serve when guests come over. It looks beautiful in a glass with a few floating fruit slices or a twist of citrus peel, and no one misses the sugary punch. Simple, light, customizable, and just enough flavor to keep your taste buds interested without putting stress on your metabolism. So if you're not quite ready to go full sparkling water, try this bridge drink instead. It might just become your new favorite way to hydrate. Next, we'll cover a twist on a classic soda flavor, something bright and citrusy, but without the sugar crash. Let's look at homemade lemon lime soda. It's easier than you think. 5. Homemade lemon lime soda. Next up is a soda swap that feels surprisingly familiar, especially if you've ever reached for a Sprite or 7-Up. It's called homemade lemon lime soda, and it might just be the easiest way to recreate that citrusy zip you're used to, without the sugar crash that usually comes with it. Here's how it works. Start with a base of plain seltzer. That gives you the fizz. Then squeeze in the juice from half a lemon and half a lime. Add a few drops of a natural, calorie-free sweetener like stevia or monk fruit and stir. That's it. Fizzy, tangy, slightly sweet, and completely free of added sugars, dyes, or preservatives. What you get is something that mimics the flavor and feel of lemon lime soda, but supports your health instead of draining it. Here's why this matters. A standard can of Sprite has over 30 grams of added sugar. That's a huge load for your system, especially as we age and our ability to regulate blood sugar becomes more delicate. It's not just about the sugar itself, it's the spikes and crashes it causes, the tiredness after drinking, the cravings that follow, the hidden inflammation it can contribute to. But with this homemade version, you keep the flavor and skip the damage. And here's a bonus. Real lemon and lime juice provides small amounts of vitamin C and natural acidity that may help with digestion. It's not a miracle, just a gentle upgrade your body will thank you for. Want to take it a step further? Try adding a few fresh mint or basil leaves. Crush them slightly before adding to release their oils. Not only does this elevate the taste, it gives your drink that refreshing, spa-like quality that feels like a little luxury in your day. This soda alternative is especially helpful for breaking habits. If you're someone who's always had a can of soda with lunch, try replacing it with this instead. You still get something bubbly, cold, and flavorful, but without the insulin spike or the sluggish aftermath. And the best part? You're in control of the ingredients. You decide how sweet, how citrusy, how strong the flavors are. That alone makes it more empowering than any can off the shelf. So if you've been missing that classic soda zing, give this lemon lime upgrade a try. It's crisp, it's refreshing, and it puts you back in charge of your health, one glass at a time. Coming up next, we'll switch gears and explore something a little different. Vegetable juice. Yes, really. And it's more delicious than you might think. 6. Vegetable juice. Let's shift away from the sweet for a moment and talk about something for the savory drinkers out there. Vegetable juice might not sound exciting at first, but if you've never given it a real try, it could surprise you. It's satisfying, packed with nutrients, and significantly lower in sugar than fruit juice or soda. And it's an excellent option for older adults looking to support hydration and nutrition without the sugar overload. Now, fruit juices, even the 100% ones, are still high in natural sugars. A glass of orange juice can spike your blood sugar almost as much as soda. But vegetable juices, they come with a whole different profile. Take tomato juice, for example. It's rich in lycopene, a powerful antioxidant that's been linked to heart and prostate health. Then there's carrot juice, which provides beta-carotene to support vision and skin. Celery juice is hydrating and contains potassium and natural sodium that can help maintain electrolyte balance, especially important if you've been sweating or taking certain medications. Together, these create a savory, nutrient-dense drink that can support your health without tipping your glucose levels out of balance. But here's where you need to be careful. Store-bought vegetable juices often come with a catch, and that catch is sodium. Some commercial vegetable juice blends contain over 600 milligrams of sodium per serving. That's about a quarter of what many older adults should consume in an entire day, especially if you're managing blood pressure or kidney health. So when shopping, always look for low-sodium versions. The label should say low sodium or no salt added. Better yet, if you have a blender or juicer at home, try making your own. Toss in a few chopped tomatoes, half a carrot, a stalk of celery, and blend with water and a pinch of sea salt or herbs. You can even add a dash of black pepper or hot sauce if you like a little kick. It's flavorful, filling, and gives your body something nourishing to work with, without any added sugars or artificial ingredients. And if you're someone who prefers something savory over sweet, vegetable juice might just become your go-to soda replacement. Let's take a quick moment before we move on. Have you tried any of these swaps at home already? Maybe infused water, green tea, or a homemade citrus soda? Drop your favorite in the comments. We love hearing what's working for you and what makes you feel your best. Next up, we'll take a look at something creamy, comforting, and completely dairy-free. Yes, we're talking about oat milk and why it might deserve a place in your fridge. 7. Oat milk. Let's talk about a drink you might not immediately think of when replacing soda, but one that's becoming more popular for good reason. Oat milk. Now this one's a little different from the other options we've covered so far. It's not fizzy, it's not fruity, but it's smooth, satisfying, and surprisingly versatile, especially if you're looking for something to enjoy with breakfast or after a walk. Oat milk is a plant-based beverage made from just oats and water. It's naturally creamy, gentle on digestion, and often well tolerated by people who are sensitive to dairy. For seniors who may be lactose intolerant or dealing with gut sensitivity, oat milk offers a gentle, nutritious alternative. But what really sets it apart is its nutrient profile. Unlike some other plant milks that are mostly just flavored water, oat milk naturally contains soluble fiber, specifically beta-glucan, which has been linked to better cholesterol control and improved heart health. It also provides a small amount of protein, making it more filling than almond milk or rice milk. And while it won't replace a full meal, oat milk can be a smart addition to your day. Try it with your morning oats or in a smoothie. Blend it with frozen berries, a little spinach, and a spoonful of flaxseed for a drink that feels like a treat but fuels your body gently. Or simply enjoy a cold glass on its own. It has a naturally mild, slightly sweet flavor that many people love. Just one important tip: read the label. Some brands add a lot of sugar, especially to vanilla or chocolate versions. These can quietly add up and bring you back to the same blood sugar issues that soda causes. Instead, look for cartons labeled unsweetened or no added sugar. These versions still taste great, but don't carry the metabolic baggage. If you're someone who craves something creamy and comforting, especially during mid-morning or after physical activity, oat milk is a smart choice. It hydrates, it nourishes, and it supports your body with every sip. And for many seniors, it can be a wonderful stepping stone away from sugary coffee creamers or dairy-heavy drinks that cause bloating or discomfort. So if you've never tried it, pick up a small carton and give it a taste. It might just become your new breakfast companion. Up next, we'll explore a drink that brings back the energy and focus many of us look for in soda, but with real health benefits instead of the crash. Let's talk about coffee. 8. Iced coffee. Now let's talk about a drink that many people already love, but maybe haven't yet considered as a healthy soda alternative. Iced coffee. If you're someone who reaches for soda in the afternoon for a little energy boost, iced coffee might be the better choice. And here's why. Coffee, when enjoyed in moderation, has been linked to several health benefits. It contains antioxidants that may help support your heart, brain, and metabolism. Some research even suggests that regular coffee drinkers have a slightly lower risk of conditions like stroke, cognitive decline, and type 2 diabetes. And unlike soda, which gives you a fast sugar rush followed by a crash, coffee provides a gentler, more stable lift, as long as you keep the sugar in check. But not all coffee drinks are created equal. The iced coffees you see at popular chains or in bottled form often come loaded with sweeteners, flavored syrups, or high-fat creamers. In fact, some of those fancy iced lattes or caramel drinks have more sugar than a can of soda. So if you want the benefits without the baggage, here's the best way to do it. Make your own iced coffee at home. Brew it strong. Chill it in the fridge and pour it over ice. Add a splash of oat milk or unsweetened almond milk if you like it creamy. And if you prefer a little sweetness, try a few drops of stevia or monk fruit instead of spoonfuls of sugar. And here's something many people don't realize. Decaf coffee offers the same antioxidant benefits as regular coffee without the caffeine. So if you're sensitive to stimulants or want to enjoy coffee later in the day, decaf is a smart and safe option. This can be especially helpful for older adults who want better focus or energy, but also need to protect their sleep or avoid jitteriness. Whether you enjoy it first thing in the morning, as an afternoon pick-me-up, or alongside a good book in the evening, iced coffee can be a satisfying and health-conscious part of your day. It gives you that familiar ritual without the sugar roller coaster that comes with soda. So the next time you feel that craving for something cool, flavorful, and energizing, skip the cola and pour yourself an iced coffee instead. Coming up, we'll dive into a fizzy drink that supports your gut health while still giving you that tangy bite. Kombucha. 9. Kombucha. Let's take a look at a drink that checks a lot of boxes. Kombucha. It's fizzy, flavorful, lightly sweet, and offers something that soda never will: live probiotics that may support your gut health. Kombucha is a fermented tea. That means it starts as regular black or green tea, but then goes through a natural fermentation process using healthy bacteria and yeast. The result is a tangy, slightly bubbly drink that's rich in compounds that can benefit your digestion and overall well-being. For older adults, that's especially important. Your gut does more than just digest food. It plays a role in your immune system, mood, and energy levels. But as we age, the diversity of good bacteria in our digestive system can decline. That's one reason issues like bloating, irregularity, or poor nutrient absorption can become more common later in life. Kombucha may help gently restore some of that balance. The probiotics in kombucha are friendly bacteria that may support a healthier gut environment, leading to improved digestion, more stable energy, and potentially even better immune function. But before you rush to the store, there are a few things to keep in mind. First, kombucha naturally contains a small amount of alcohol, usually less than 1%, because of the fermentation process. It's not enough to feel intoxicated, but if you're sensitive to alcohol, pregnant, or taking medications that interact with alcohol, it's best to avoid it. Second, and just as important, not all kombucha is low in sugar. Some commercial brands add a surprising amount of sweeteners to mask the tart flavor, turning what should be a health drink into something more like soda in disguise. So be sure to check the label. Look for options with no more than 5 grams of sugar per serving, and ideally those labeled as low sugar or unsweetened. You can also brew kombucha at home if you're feeling adventurous. But for most people, starting with a reputable store-bought brand is a good way to test the waters. It comes in a wide range of flavors, from ginger lemon to berry to hibiscus. And once you find one you enjoy, it can become a refreshing mid-afternoon drink that supports your gut instead of stressing it. So if you're looking for something with fizz, flavor, and real functional benefits, kombucha is worth a try. Just remember, choose wisely, sip slowly, and always listen to how your body responds. Now let's wrap up our list with a tropical option that hydrates from the inside out. Let's talk about coconut water. 10. Coconut water. Let's close our list with something light, refreshing, and naturally nourishing. Coconut water. If you've ever felt drained after a walk in the heat or a busy afternoon, this might be the drink your body is quietly asking for. Coconut water is the clear liquid found inside young green coconuts, and unlike sugary sports drinks or soda, it's packed with natural electrolytes, especially potassium, magnesium, and a small amount of sodium. These minerals help your body stay balanced, especially after sweating, mild dehydration, or light exercise. For older adults, hydration isn't just about drinking water, it's about making sure your cells can actually hold on to that fluid, and electrolytes play a big role in that process. That's why coconut water can be such a smart choice. It supports healthy blood pressure, helps prevent muscle cramps, and may ease that tired, sluggish feeling that comes from being just slightly underhydrated. But here's where things can get a little tricky. Not all coconut water is created equal. Some brands sneak in added sugars, flavors, or preservatives that strip away the natural health benefits. That's why it's so important to read the label and choose plain, unsweetened coconut water, the kind with just one ingredient: coconut water. It's also worth mentioning that coconut water is not the same as coconut milk. Coconut milk is thicker, higher in fat, and used mostly for cooking. Coconut water is light, slightly sweet, and ideal for sipping, especially after activity or time spent outdoors. It's a wonderful drink to keep in your fridge on warmer days. Try it chilled on its own, or mix it with a splash of lime juice for a more refreshing twist. And while it's not meant to replace water altogether, it's a great option to rotate into your day, especially when you feel fatigued, lightheaded, or just need something more replenishing than plain water. So the next time you're tempted to grab a soda to cool down, try coconut water instead. Your body will feel it, especially in your energy, clarity, and balance. And just like that, you've got 10 delicious, health-supportive drinks to help you cut back on soda and feel better, one sip at a time. So let's take a quick sip back through what we covered today. We looked at 10 simple, satisfying drink alternatives that can help you step away from soda without feeling like you're missing out. from fizzy waters to homemade citrus blends, from green tea to oat milk. Each one brings something your body can actually use. Soda, on the other hand, brings mostly sugar, and over time, that sugar adds up, affecting your weight, your energy, your blood sugar, and even your heart. But here's the good news. You don't need to quit cold turkey. Just swapping one soda a day for a better option can have a measurable impact. In fact, research shows it could lower your risk of cardiovascular disease by up to 24%. That's a powerful return on one small change. Whether you lean towards sparkling water, a splash of juice, a soothing tea, or a savory veggie blend, every switch makes a difference. This isn't about giving something up. It's about choosing something better. Something that leaves you feeling clearer, steadier, and more hydrated. So here's your challenge for the week. Pick just one drink. Swap it in for your usual soda. Maybe it's citrus-infused water, maybe iced green tea, maybe kombucha if you're feeling adventurous. Try it once a day. Then pay attention to how you feel. Your body is smart, and it's always sending signals. Listen to them. Now we'd love to hear from you. Which one of these swaps are you most excited to try? Let us know in the comments below. We read every one. And if this video gave you a helpful nudge toward a healthier habit, give it a like, or share it with someone you care about who's trying to cut back on sugar too. And of course, don't forget to subscribe. We share real-world, senior-friendly health advice every single week. No hype, just clarity, encouragement, and practical tips you can use every day. Take care of yourself, sip smart, and we'll see you in the next video.